gonna be my turn.
Hey, that was a quiet blessing.
You know, remember where I met Renita at, Ray? At the damn bass club on Wednesdays.
Same place.
Man, we had a bass club. We had an NCO club on Wednesday night. It was like hip hop night or whatever.
It was thought night.
Thought night, yeah. So they would allow the civilians to come in.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to go get some action, that's where you go on Wednesday nights. We stayed in that motherfucker. That was a weekly routine.
They didn't have nothing like that around for us, man.
Hey, worst mistake of my life.
Yeah. You ain't lying about that. And it was crazy how I met her too, because I don't think you probably didn't get to meet this one fool, because this motherfucker stayed in trouble so much. This motherfucker stayed on lockdown. He was in the club talking to her sister, Renita's sister, and he wanted leave with her and go to her house with her. So I didn't even know the dude. He's like, "Hey, I need a wingman." Like, we can have each other back. So I was like, "Yeah, all right, man, I got you."
You need to find him right now and kill him.
Man, we go there to the house, and Renita's sitting on the couch, but we go the next day. We end up staying the night over there. Go back the next day. This motherfucker, police waiting for us. MP's waiting for him at the gate. I was like, what did he do? So this motherfucker snuck off the ship. The rat lines that they tie the ship down with?
Yeah.
This motherfucker climbed the rat line, climbed over the cone. I don't know how the fuck he do that, because they have these big ass cones at the end to keep the rats from coming up. And this motherfucker climbed the rope. That's how he was sneaking off the ship at night.
That's dedication right there, man.
I didn't even know he was on restriction for 180 days after he had just got off a 180-day restriction.
Shit.
He had got busted down, man, from like a E5 to like a E2. He had gotten into so much trouble.
Damn.
And that's how I met him. And then that's how I met Renita. I was like, man, I wish I would have never been this motherfucking wingman.
Man.
Worst mistake of my life.
180 days, god damn.
That dude, when I went back to look at his records and shit, this motherfucker, by the time all the ships came back in to port, he was on restriction coming back from the war.
He was doing stuff. Every port he went to, he was doing something.
Yeah. So I don't think he had a day of freedom, because how long it was for the base closed after we got back? Like about a year, if that.
Like 18 months. It was complete.
Yeah. It was done, and that motherfucker was on the whole time.
It was supposed to be a reserve base, and they was done. Man, that was a half decent base.
I had my shit on lock so good. They gave me I ain't even say a fake ID. They bumped my birthday age up so that I can get into the club. So that was on official government ID. They gave me 2 years.
You didn't need. You could have parked on my pimp and picked up one of them ratchets.
Yeah, I know. But we was going to all of the other spots in Long Beach and shit, and we Orange County and shit like that. So
the golden frog and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys miss it? You miss being in?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want to get out. I was the OCS thing for me was that was gonna be the lick for me.
Bill's about to join.
Oh, is he coming in?
Yeah.
Damn, he coming in late.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta realize it's midnight over there.
Yeah, so it's about the same here.
Yeah.
I ain't doing shit. I'm watching.
You know what? I miss it.
This.
Hey, I miss it, but in what they producing now, I'm kind of glad, because I would, see, when I was in, you had a discrepancy with somebody. Everybody would go to the bathroom,
lock the door,
and deal with the shit. Yep.
See, that's me and Mike say that all the time, man.
I would have took half of that barracks in the bathroom.
Oh hell yeah.
Yep. We said that like almost every fucking episode.
Yeah.
I was like, I be telling people, dude, this about to happen. What are you doing?
Like we actually handled shit. Now it's nobody. People so quick to tell on you for the littlest thing, just for their career.
The military turned into snitches get riches, and it's a funny thing. Every guy I know that joined, every man that I know that joined, like, oh man, go do this, I'm gonna go do that. Next thing you know, oh man, they gonna give me an early out. What you gonna do when you get out? Did you go to any schools you was in? Nope. And then every female I know went in, they come out, I'm dating women now. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
What happened? I'm gonna get married, I'm gonna have some kids, me and him gonna do X, Y, and Z, and then you come out, man, this is my wife. That's what the military taught you?
Yeah, that's a lot of crazy shit. Well,
No integrity, no desire, no ambition.
And these motherfuckers got such an easy pass now. So Evan, Mike's brother, went into the Air Force. And they giving these motherfuckers easy outs now. Like they play crazy and get out. And I know like 4 or 5 of them motherfuckers, like, I mean, they do the same shit. But Brandon's friend, Andre, dude had a cush ass job. They sent him to Annapolis.
Oh wow.
His job.
I done heard
girl.
I done heard people say I'm homesick.
Nah, this motherfucker got out. This motherfucker got out because he had a girlfriend, and the girlfriend told him that he been gone too long, that she was gonna break up with him. So this motherfucker played crazy and got out, and then she still dumped his ass.
And that's a fucking mistake. Yeah.
All right. So what's up, C-Story World? So I'd like to introduce Bill real quick.
Bill can't even hear. Like he can't
hear. Yeah.
And he on mute.
Yeah, he's on mute. Yeah. All right, we'll get back to Bill.
Yeah.
But no, they done that to us though too, where
my headphones tangled up, y'all.
Bill, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm fantastic.
Hey, where you been, bro?
I was frying some chicken, bro. I'm sorry.
You out in the camp?
It's late, but we
no, it's cold out there. It's snowing. He at home.
Yeah.
Oh,
He'll freeze in that camp.
That's why I still got my hat on. I'm sorry.
no.
I like that Ravens hat.
Nah.
And a light on.
Sorry for your loss.
Losses.
You talking about him or me? Shit.
Him.
Hey, Bill. So, why don't you just introduce yourself a little bit to everybody, man? There you go. No.
Lost my audio.
There you go.
All right, go again, man. I'm sorry.
I said, introduce yourself a little bit.
All right. Bill Hamlet, grew up here in Baltimore, Maryland. 2 doors away from Chad, around the corner from Dre Frisbee. Went to Navy in 1987 after high school, just because I didn't know what else to do. So, hey, let's go join the Navy. And came home on leave, excited, told them how cool it was, really just to be getting a paycheck, and be away from your parents, 3 square meals a day. And I didn't know at the time where it was going to take me, but hindsight being 2020, I'm glad I did it. Would do it again if I had to. So,
what'd you do in the Navy?
I was a machinist mate.
All right,
So
right on.
I basically was a fresh air machinist mate. I never worked in the hole. I always was either in the valve shop or the pump shop.
Mm-hmm.
So my first ship I was in the pump shop. My second ship I was in the valve shop. So never really had to work in the hole at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you a surface guy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing sub-tender first ship and aircraft carrier second ship.
Mike, where's the only sub guys, man?
Right. I feel honored.
Bubblehead.
Yeah.
Bubbleheads were crazy, man. They were a little shout out. I was just saying. They didn't get enough fresh air.
That's for a fact, though.
Yeah, we've been told, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you guys think if you had the ability to return, would you?
No.
We've
I
talked
tried to
about
go
this,
back.
man. Yeah.
I tried to go back in.
If they offered you a vessel, would you go back?
No.
I don't know. Just the times have changed so much.
Yeah.
When I got out,
if it was the same way it was when I first got in, I'd probably consider it. But nowadays, nah, I don't think so.
You know, I think too. It's a lot of where you get stationed.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of where you get stationed in. It's a lot on the type of boat you get stationed. I mean, the base got to be rock solid, and the boat got to be big. Because when you're on them small boats or submarines, it's drama because it ain't much going on. Y'all can't. I mean, they used to say what they call them. You on a soda can. You on a soda can. You on a, it ain't but 500 people on the boat. It ain't. You might as well be on a tub. Ain't nothing going on. Ain't nobody like.
That's true. Yeah, when I was on Lockwood, it was only about 250 people. It was always some. I mean, just in that quick little trip we went down to San Diego, it was a bunch of bullshit all the time.
It wasn't. Plus, once we got to the Missouri, we had. I mean, it was thousands of people. And then you had the Marines. And then you had, man, it was like a small city.
Yeah, you kind of keep your head low and get lost in that motherfucker and just clean easy.
So let's hear some wild stories from back in the day.
My wildest one was I don't know if you Dre, you remember Horton, dude from Memphis that played ball with us.
Yes.
So me and him went to the gun range right before the Rodney King shit happened, and I had at that time got married and shit, and we was headed back to my apartment, and the verdict came down where they had Mark Furman and the rest of those cops got that no guilty, and they started looting and doing all kind of crazy shit. Man, I was a block from my house. I turned the corner, and they had a roadblock set up, and we was trying to get to the apartment, and we was going through the little different areas, the gangs and shit in California. So we rolled through the little essay hood. They was jumping out trying to snatch people out of cars and shit. So I sat my piece in my lap because I'm like, man, the first one jump in front of this car, I'm shooting somebody. Man, we turned the corner, and it was kind of like a blind corner. You turned the corner, and they had that shit set up where you couldn't do nothing. You was stuck. So I took the gun, threw it behind the passenger seat. Man, they snatched us out the car and put us on zip ties. Left the car running. And we got on the bus, and they took us all the way to damn LA. They put me in a misdemeanor tank, put him in a felony tank. Didn't know why. So they put the gun charge on him. But I ain't doing it on purpose. I just as soon as I seen the police, I'm like, oh shit. And I just tossed the gun. Man, we stayed there the whole fucking weekend. They wouldn't come get us out. But he ended up getting off because when I got out, I told the admiral what happened, and they went and got him, and they dropped the charges and all that shit. But that was a crazy ass weekend. They had us jam packed in that damn jail. I learned how to play every ghetto card game you could think of: spades, tonk, duck, fish, whatever.
Hey, I got stuck on the base. I was on the base, and they said if you're on the base, you stuck.
Man, that shit was crazy. They literally, right when that verdict came down, they called for a curfew, which meant that everybody that was out was already past the curfew.
If you was at home, you're supposed to stay at home. If you was on the base, you was stuck on the base.
Man, that shit happened so damn fast. Luckily, I got my car back. I don't know how the hell. I mean, the car was still running. They snatched us out the car running.
So what did they do to people that was already off base and stuff? Like, if you was out and about and they called a curfew,
they arrested your ass.
Well, if you was out and about like that, say if you were at home and it happened, you had to check in every 4 to 6 hours and let them know that. Yeah, but they tell you
I ain't have a chance.
Stay away from the street. Don't make no attempts to come back to this base.
Yeah, I can only imagine how fucked up it was, man. Shit,
I ain't have a chance. I didn't have to go to what do you call it when you go in front of the captain?
captain's mask.
Yeah, I didn't have to do no captain's mask or nothing because it was
Come on, bro. You was working for the admiral.
Yeah, I know. He got me off.
He hired in the captain, bro.
So I ain't had to do shit. I mean, he literally.
He made a phone call. Hey, my driver's in trouble. Okay, he'll be back. Give us 30 minutes.
And the only fucked up part was he was like, yeah, because of base lockdown, they couldn't come and get me until Monday. Right. So I had to spend the weekend in the motherfucker. But Horton stayed in that bitch an extra week. So they were still trying to have him go in front of the judge, but then they were like they couldn't because he was property of the military.
Yes.
So they just kept him in that holding tank that whole time.
But I think he had lasted a week too because courts were shut down.
Yeah.
After that verdict, the state, man, people were burning up stuff, man. I got some TVs, clothes, and shoes out the deal, so I ain't.
I ain't get shit.
At the fellas, man, we hitting. All right, grab me something. I wear a size 11.
That was my crazy story.
Bill
looked like he froze.
Yeah, Bill stepped outside and that was a wrap.
He fell asleep, yeah.
That cold done got his ass. Man, y'all ever deal? So I know you talking about Renita or whatever, but y'all ever deal with like no crazy women or no, like come across no crazy females, anything like that where y'all was in?
Oh hell yeah,
man! Hey, the kid's mom used to call the base and ask where her check was. She would call dispersing at the base. I was seeing lieutenants on a regular basis. And the funny thing is, she did the same thing when I started corrections.
Damn.
I had a chick, man, that we met at the base club, and the bitch invited me to an apartment, tried to set me up, had some goons out front of the apartment waiting on me. I couldn't take the admiral's car off base. So, I'd get to the front of the base and catch the bus. I'd get a ride up to the gate and shit and go to the bus stop. And so I'm walking, and she didn't know how I was getting there. And I just happened to peep, her apartment and seen the dude standing out there. I turned my ass right back around, got back on the bus. I ain't never said shit else to her. I seen her a couple times after that in the club. She pretend like she ain't seem like she ain't know me, and I ain't know her ass.
She like, oh, what happened? I got lost.
Yeah, some crazy chicks, man. They was all about the same thing. They come in there trying to find them somebody. I know a couple of dudes, man. They get hooked up with these chicks and get pregnant. And that was it. It was a wrap.
Mike, what do we call them? Dependopotamuses or some shit like that?
Yeah, dependopotamuses and that motherfucker, man.
You fucking depend on your paycheck, man. Yep. Shit.
Bill out in the shadows, man.
Here come back.
Bill, you with us? Oh, you on mute?
Hey, you on mute, bro? Come on.
You on mute, buddy?
Hey, you know you giving 1987 military a bad rap right now.
Still trying to figure out the internet, huh?
Hey, he on an A phone. Hit the
button. Oh, we said my man lived out in the woods, man. Y'all wasn't playing, yo.
He ain't in the woods now. What is you doing, man?
Can one of y'all unmute him? Who got the mask?
I don't think so.
We don't read lips, bro. I hope that's clothes you showing us.
Yeah, you can't eat shit. Yeah, he's on mute.
Damn.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
There you go. There he is.
No, I couldn't, my mute button wouldn't come up. So, gee. Well,
you might want to
come up. All right.
We hear you,
yeah.
Man. Don't touch nothing.
All right, okay. All right, what was the question?
Hey, I got another one for you. Check this out. I go to see Bill in Philly, right? Me,
oh yeah,
me, my wife, and I had a 5-hour layover. So one of his friends said, They called him Wiz. Hey, Wiz, let me borrow your car. He said, I'll be right back. He came back 4 hours later.
He went to get some weed.
And he runs in the house. I'm like, man, we gotta get going, man. I gotta get back to the airport. He run in the house with the bumper in his hand.
The front bumper.
Damn.
The front bumper. Say, man, I got something to tell you. I got in an accident in your car. What?
He was from Haytime, Missouri. He said, I wrecked your car. I said, you wrecked my car. I wrecked it.
He said, where is that? Outside. But he ran in the house with the front bumper.
I'm like, he says, I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna pay for it. Of course, that ain't happened, but the guy that he hit he called the base. Somehow he got a hold of somebody in my division. And so I remember my lieutenant says, hey, yeah, this guy is claiming that you hit his car. And I said, I ain't hit nobody's car. And he was like, yeah, well, the guy says, he wants you to pay for his car. And I said, I don't know what you're talking about. The guy he said, is this your license plate? And I said, nope, it's not mine. So he had written it down wrong. And I probably had about a week left in the Navy, in all honesty. And I was like, I'm gonna get out of here before this guy figures out that he got the wrong license plate number. And I'll be gone. Once I'm in the wind, that's it. And I ended up coming back to Maryland and get my car fixed for here. I was home for about a week.
That don't sound like good representation.
Yeah, no bumper on the car. I think I attached it somehow, got it back on there or something. But I was home for a good week, and I was trying to teach my.
Oh yeah. He didn't went on mute. He didn't went on mute again.
It doesn't show as muted.
Nah, I don't.
He there, buddy.
Yeah, it's terrible, man.
There it is. You entertainment and don't even know it.
Man, it's crazy.
So what was you doing? Because we didn't hear none of that. The last part, you was home for a week, and what happened? And thanks for that information.
My man, go on, man.
I remember dial up.
Yeah.
My goodness.
That's funny, boy.
His Wi-Fi take coins.
Oh wow, he got the minutes playing right now with Wi-Fi, boy.
Yeah, he does.
You have 5 minutes remaining.
Ran out of quarters.
He on the cricket phone.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute.
How we got you on?
Wait a second.
Yeah, he got another connection coming up for his audio.
Yeah, no, he got a separate connection for his audio.
Yeah, he can. If you're on a computer, you can call you from your phone too, and it'll show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna log off from the phone.
Okay.
Because it's giving me some issues. Let's see.
How you gonna log off? You got 2 pictures up there, man. That's a come on, man. Come on.
Let me see if I can.
There we go.
That's the Ravens for you guys. I'm sorry. They got 2 quarterbacks and nobody throwing the ball.
Yeah, man. All right, man.
So Bill, how long were you in for?
I did 4.5 years. I ended up doing 4.5 because, all right, check this out. When I was leaving my first ship, I had 18 months left. And I'm thinking, okay, everything is all good. I'm about to roll out. And they said, yeah, the Master Chief and personnel want to see you. I said, all right. So he said, you got to sign your papers. I said, okay. I go up to personnel, and he was the only one there. Yeah, everything is self. He says, all right, Petty Officer Hamlet, you leave the ship today. I got to take care of your paperwork. I said, all right, cool. And he says, you got to sign this, you got to sign that, and you got to sign your extension papers. And I said, my who? He said, your extension papers. I said, extension papers? He said, yeah. I said, what do you mean extension papers? I'm not extending. I'm just transferring. He says, nah, you got 18 months left in the Navy. You got a 24-month billet on your next ship. I said, what? And I said, no, they didn't tell me about that. He says, yeah, well, if you don't extend, you'll only do 18 months, but you get a RE4 discharge instead of a RE1. And RE1 enlistment code means you can re-enlist. RE4 means you can't re-enlist in any armed forces, Navy, Air Force, none of them. And I said, what? So I ain't want to leave my options closed. I was like, I need them to be open a little bit, right? So I said, well, let me do this. Let me think about it real quick. And I sat there and I mulled it over and I said, all right, I said, Bill, if you can do 4 years, you can do 6 extra months standing on your head. To that point, I had never had any issues or any problems, gotten any trouble or none of that stuff. And so I went on to sign the 6-month extension. And I go to my next ship and they're like, okay, this cool. This will work. Them last 6 months, man, I got rolled up. I had 2 buddies go to captain's mast and I had to go as a witness and all that. Man, it was crazy. I'm like, the last 6 months was hell. So plus my boy wrecked my car, tore the whole bumper off, and then this guy was chasing me trying to get his car fixed and he had no insurance on it. I'm like, man, I'm out. And they had a re-enlistment bonus for MMs back then. It was $5,000. I was like, man, y'all keep that $5,000. I'm going home.
$5,000 just to re-enlist for another 4 years?
Yeah, they give you $5,000 for 4 years. And
we never got an enlistment bonus, so I didn't anyways.
Hey,
the good part
whenever
you
re-enlisted in the States, it was low. But if you re-enlisted for an overseas billet, they tried, they made it enticing a little bit.
It was tax free.
Yeah. So, and my ship was due to come back to San Diego. I had never been to San Diego. My ship was from San Diego, but it was in the yards in Philly the whole time I was on it, my second ship. And so it was there when I got there, and it was there when I left. Yeah, never got to see Sandog. Except,
well, that would have been lovely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Coming up ahead now. The devil's gonna come when the sun goes down.